earth-moving contractors, Hydralink, War of the Wings, sprint cars.
So who is it that's got the horsepower to beat Joel Myers Jr.? Well, we've certainly got some of the heavyweight drivers in beside him. Connor Rangi, 57N. He certainly showed some pretty good form last week for his second position. And Jamie Duff, one of the crowd favourites here tonight, he'll be wanting to make his impression on Joel Myers Jr. But the kid from California's got a pretty good grid draw.
Yes, indeed, it's showtime, folks. The 25-lap sprint car feature. Round number 2, Dalton's Sprint Car SummerSlam. Remember Dalton's, all those outstanding garden products that you can find around the country. They've been keeping New Zealand growing for 75 years. Compost, potting mix, garden bark fertiliser, available from all those great garden stores, Bunnings, the Warehouse. Check out daltons.co.nz. Here we go, folks. It's SummerSlam time here at Ruapuna. Down the back straight they go, still behind the Jimmets. Power Tool Services Pace Vehicle. You sense something is about to happen. The fast, the furious. Jaden Dodge has been an absolute model of consistency tonight. In that 77 car. The Duffman and Rangi. What a memorable scrap they had going on in the Gavin Cox Furniture Last Man Standing. Here we go. They make their way around. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. It's go time in the sprint car feature. Rangi from the inside. Myers from the outside, big wheelie, here comes Duff, and then we've got Jaden Dodge in there. The Furers fight, they're going cats and dogs. Dodge just tagged the back of the Duff car. That puts the Duff man back, and I would say that could be a complete restart. The field did not finish the first lap. Boy, talk about formation flying.
How good was that, Ruapuna? Joel Myers Jr. up on 2 wheels, down the back straight, desperate to keep that car going. And it was Jamie Duff that got spun around in turns 4. But I tell you what, folks, that was a bit of racecraft, because Jamie Duff probably could have kept going there, but he realised if he turned that car off, he'll get another restart. So it'll be interesting to see what the referees do here. Difficult to know if it was somebody that spun Jamie up or he did it all by himself. So let's see how it all plays out, AJ.
Yeah, well, from this vantage point, and I'm not one to take sides, but it did look as though there was a little bit of contact between Jaden Dodge, totally unintentional, between Dodge and Duff. Well, these things happen in the heat of the moment, Craig.
Yeah, let's just hope it's a racing incident. A full restart seems fair and reasonable to me, but we're not the referees, mate, so we'll see what happens. But how dedicated is Joel Myers Jr., absolutely powering around the outside. Connor Rangi got a wee sniff, and Myers said, no thanks, you're not taking that.
You're not telling me they relegated Dodge to that. What do you think of that, Ruapuna?
Oh, what is going on?
Yeah, well, you know,
Well, Jamie Duff back to his position. Jaden Dodge, the sheriff, has been relegated to the back of the field, so he won't be a happy sprint car driver back in the pits after this race. And let's see what he does. Has he got the temperament to get himself right through the field? He's certainly a good enough driver.
No, he's going to do the right thing. He's going to stop here and argue the toss, because I think that that's a very hard call.
Yep. Well, plenty of discussion going on with the infield representatives. Jaden Dodge will be furious right now. He's raced pretty well tonight.
He's raced very well, and look, these guys lay it all on the line, and for a small infraction like that, or small infringement, let's hope that something prevails.
Well, I tell you what, Ruapuna, they must have listened to us. He's back in the grid.
Yeah.
So that's a good decision. Apparently, video footage was looked at, and Jaden Dodge back in the grid. So the supporters of the Pro Bend and Edge Parts and Performance 77C, you'll be pleased to see that he's got his chance to take out a feature race tonight.
Yeah, so he's going to slot in quite nicely next to Jamie Duff. That will shuffle Caleb Bourne back into his 6th starting spot, or grid 6. Isn't it great when common sense prevails?
Yeah. So, folks, Joel Myers Jr. has given away how he's going to start. Let's see what he does to try and snooker Connor Rangi. Rangi knows he's got to make his best chance of passing is in the first couple of laps, and certainly what we've seen with Connor Rangi last week, he is one determined driver. Let's see how it all plays out.
Yeah, here we go, take 2. Dalton Sprint Car SummerSlam feature time. Green flag flies again. It was Rangi that got the start, but Myers saw the fast line right up topside. What a move by Dodge. He rockets up into 2nd place, but Connor Rangi, he comes off there. Oh, huge wheelie by Dodge, and he's there in that 2nd spot. This is a battle royal going on between Connor Rangi and Jaden Dodge, and Rangi goes round this time. Oh. You know, it is a thing called controlled aggression.
Sprint car feature time down at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. It is happening. It always does with the sprint cars. And Jaden Dodge and Connor Rangi absolutely going for it. Slide job after slide job, only to end up being spun out. And let's see how this is going to play out, AJ. Joel Myers Jr. was out like a shot. But these boys were fighting it out for 2nd, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, what a move by Dodge to get him up into that 2nd position.
Well, Jaden Dodge, he's never been shy of putting a slide job in, and he come flying into turns 3 and 4. Connor Rangi crossed him back and put the foot down. We've seen that big wheelie he pulled down the straight there. There was cars going left and right, and everyone avoided the inevitable crash, but man, these boys are fighting for
they're playing for keeps. They're playing for keeps. Of course, Joel Myers Jr., winner of tonight's $1,200 to win. Gavin Cox Furniture, last man standing. Alan Chapman did a very good job of turning his car around on a 6-pence to avoid a big potential mess there with Connor Rangi.
Whoa.
That front row's got a very much fast and furious look about it, hasn't it? Tell you who else has looked good, even though he's been starting from the back of the field tonight, is Dylan Forsey.
Yep.
You know, he's shown some real smooth driving and made up a couple of spots here and there. They'll be well happy.
Well, I tell you what, folks, if Jaden Dodge can get close to Joel Myers Jr., he'll be prepared to throw a slide job in, which is run his car in the front of the face of the other car right through that corner. So watch out for that 77, although Rangi's back in the grid.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see how this plays out.
Deemed a racing incident, one would hope. It's getting a little bit Brown's carish. I would imagine the Speedway New Zealand officials are talking down the one-way radios, barking out the instructions.
Yep.
Thing is, if you wind it back a lap, Rangi was certainly in second spot,
Yep.
even though Dodge had put in the hard yards. Boy, this is a warm-up for the fireworks, isn't it? Ruapuna Speedway time is 9:35. Okay, they're giving them a single file. Maybe that's going to sort them out a little bit more. Going to take some of the venom out of the snake. Here we go. Joel Myers Jr. There's going to be a big battle going on there a little further back, but Dodge is not going to leave anything to chance. What a high-speed freight train we've got. Oh, Connor Rangi. Anything you throw at me, I'm going to throw back twice as hard. Hasn't quite paid for Rangi this time round. He's gone back to fourth. But our race leader, it's Joel Myers Jr. Sebastopol, California, yellow light on, one around Alan Chapman. Pace would be pretty torrid for Harry, making his return to the sprint car field.
How good was that, Ruapuna? Jaden Dodge showed all his intentions and just as we predicted, started doing slide jobs and he's got himself up to second. So certainly Jaden Dodge, the sheriff, prepared to mix it up with all the heavyweight boys here, but very hard to get close to Joel Myers Jr.
Yeah, Myers just has that very controlled style, doesn't he? It's very exact, very deliberate. Connor Rangi with a bit of work to do. Caleb Bourne sitting there in fifth. Oscar Harcourt's put up a good performance tonight in the Value Cars Warehouse 7 machine. Brenham Crouch, the Texas Tornado in the 75 car, sitting there in 7th. Great to see Steve Duff Jr. in the 15 back in action after tearing the front end out of his car early in the evening. Alan Chapman's going to tag on to the back of the field. Still only a couple of laps in. Race is over 25, so yeah, we need to get a little bit of fluidity about it. Situation normal. Green flag flies. Joel Myers Jr. Here goes Jaden Dodge. What a challenge he's throwing down. Down the back straight they go. Myers, anything you can do, I'm also going to have a crack at. So the gloves are off. It's Joel Myers Jr. Jaden Dodge there in second spot. Talk about a battle. Talk about winged warfare. Then we've got Connor Rangi and Jamie Duff going hard at it for third and fourth. Brenham Crouch in fifth position as they make their way around the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. Joel Myers Jr. digs deep down in the low 13-second bracket once again. Jaden Dodge in second. Duff hanging on to third from the 57 of Connor Rangi and Brenham Crouch in that 75 car. They're starting to chase the dirt up high. Steve Duff Jr., he's decided it's time to run the bottom part of the racetrack. He is hanging on because he has got Caleb Bourne, the Sasquatch, breathing down his neck. Actually, sorry, it's Jacob McIntyre. McIntyre is running the wheels off that car. Couple of the young guns in Oscar Harcourt and Caleb Bourne having a big old scrap there. It's trading places, those two. While Joel Myers Jr. now up onto the tail of Alan Chapman, about to put him a lap down. Steve Duff Jr. retiring to the infield. Myers has already got the length of the straight between himself and the 77 of Jaden Dodge. Jamie Duff starting to close that margin. So Duff in third, Rangi in fourth, Brenham Crouch in fifth. They are the front five and they are certainly hauling the mail. Duff closes up onto the tail of Dodge. Crouch, now he's starting to make some inroads towards the rear end of that 57 car of Conarangi. But it is poetry in motion as we watch the 46 USA car of Joel Myers Jr. slicing and dicing the field here. The Dalton's Sprint Car SummerSlam Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge Ruapuna Speedway. And talk about a class act. The Duff man, he sees a gap. The Duff man slides under Jaden Dodge. They were using the 44 car of Alan Chapman. He created the gap. The seas parted. The Duff man's up into second in the R18 machine. But Joel Myers Jr. has got him. Brenham Crouch is starting to make the moves in that 75 car. He's now moving through the field. He's up into fourth and challenging. He can see the back of the 77 car of Jaden Dodge, and Crouch is closing. 9 laps to go. Sprint car feature time. Couple of lap cars, or 3 lap cars in fact, between Duff and Joel Myers Jr. But the traffic jam is closer between Dodge and Brenham Crouch. The Texas Tornado, he senses an opportunity. Conarangi, he's also by no means out of it. The Royal Rumble continues. Look at Crouch, lap by lap, he is closing the gap. It's 4 seconds is the difference. Crouch has now made the move under the Jaden Dodge 77 car. So Brenham Crouch, the young Americans are on the move, but Dodge is not going to give that one up quite so easy. He's got fire in the belly. Brenham Crouch grabs that third spot back. You just feel that Dodge wants one last go at it, but he needs a clear racetrack. He doesn't need any lap cars in front of him throw that he can throw the big Hail Mary. It's Myers, Duff and Crouch. Dodge has just lost a little bit of momentum, went up the wall down the back straight. Conarangi, he's grabbed the 4th spot. Battles among battles as Joel Myers Jr. threads the needle. Fast, furious. That's the sprint car action here tonight. And Joel Myers Jr. has got nothing in front of him bar fresh air. Jamie Duff still hanging on to that 2nd spot. White flag, 1 to go in the sprint car feature race. Duff's close to putting Caleb Bourne a lap down. That's how fast this has been. Myers takes the win. Duff in 2nd. 3rd place goes to Brenham Crouch. Conarangi in 4th. Jaden Dodge in 5th. Stunning drive. What a performance. What a feast we've been dealt to here. Joel Myers takes the win. Jamie Duff 2nd. Brenham Crouch 3rd. Conarangi 4th, and 5th was Jaden Dodge. The rest of the field 1 lap down.
There you go, Ruapuna. The sprint car racers from America certainly performing to their top billing. And Jamie Duff, 2nd to these 2 American guys. A great race by him, with Brenham Crouch taking 3rd. So Joel Myers Jr., a clean sweep tonight. A great opening night at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. Give him a clap as he comes past you, Ruapuna. That was a wonderful performance tonight. There he goes, Ruapuna. Joel Myers Jr., give him a big welcome to the track, and a clean sweep tonight. A fantastic effort all the way from California, and he was absolutely outstanding. Louise, you'll be down there with Joel Myers. I'm sure he's very pleased to have taken that feature race and certainly shown us all how to drive that 46C car around the track. He had the fastest lap of the night, 13.3 in the feature race, 12.9 in those hot laps. So we knew he was going to be competitive tonight, and he certainly delivered everything that he promised.
Certainly a fantastic night tonight for Joel Myers Jr. Obviously cleaning up both heat races, the last man standing, and now the 25-lap Dalton Sprint Car SummerSlam feature. Joel, you put a really impressive run there. You've been fast all night. It's got to feel good to come back here with the Andersons and park it in victory lane.
Yeah, first off, I'm glad we didn't have a yellow, I guess, now that we have a right rear flat. But, yeah, it was good. Good night. You know, we won the heat race. In the second heat race, I feel like we kind of got lucky with Matt blowing up and kind of causing some cars to pile up, and we were able to rip around them. And the main event, you know, I chose the outside lane so we can start the race. And I just felt like Jaden threw that one slider at me, and I knew if I didn't get him back that lap, it was probably going to be a little harder until we got to lap traffic. So just trying to make smart moves through lap traffic and